My name's Chad Catains. I am the residential sales manager here in Toledo. I'm fairly new to the position, but I've been in Toledo for quite a while now working for ADT. I want to make one very clear distinction. We are actually ADT as opposed to an ADT authorized dealer. Those are two completely separate things. An ADT authorized dealer, what they actually are, those are the ones you see in the blade that have the coupons for a free system, and then fine print it says $99 and all that jazz. I'm sure everybody, I get about 8 of them a week myself. So anyways, an ADT authorized dealer is really a separate company that ADT does the monitoring for, because they do not have their own monitoring center. Okay, we are from ADT corporate. We work for ADT, we get paid by ADT. So that is a major difference right there. You have somebody that is here local, that when you have a problem or a question or a concern, you have somebody that you're going to call. This is the majority of my residential team right here. Larry Stroud, who does the home health, you know, the I've fallen and I can't get up type of thing. Matt is new. Daniel is our Spanish speaking person. Julie and Brian have been here for quite a few years as well, and they're both, Brian does resales, meaning, hey, I have an ADT system at my house and I want to get it activated. Julie does new sale as well. Josh is actually one of our very good installers. I brought him here tonight simply for the fact that if you guys had questions or concerns that, you know, if we were busy or couldn't answer them, he's here to answer any questions you may have. I'm not going to be long-winded. We want to provide you guys information, not just on a security system, but also there's tons of information for security tips, for kids, for women, for all kinds of things. What everybody thinks about generally when they think about ADT is burglar alarms, but that's not all that we do. We also do fire protection, carbon monoxide protection, basement for floods, which can be devastating. I know I had one last year and I didn't have a flood detector, so I have one now. But you know, in a finished basement, that can really seriously cause you tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage, and that doesn't even take an intruder. So there's a lot of different things we do. We're going to be available afterwards if you guys would like. We have some snacks and, you know, information. You can take stuff home. We are going to run a special deal. We always run a special deal when we do a neighborhood program like this, because one of our big things is we all live here in Toledo. We want to be involved in the community and helping the community out. What we're going to do is, if you're interested in what we're doing, you're welcome to come up and talk to us. One of us will be able to talk with you one-on-one. We're not interested in just selling you something and walking away. You're going to have our personal cell phone numbers, and to us, you're a customer for life. So that's all I have to say. Does anyone have any questions? Yes?
You want to explain about the video monitoring? And also, you said that with your alarm systems, they also have things where they can go to your smartphone?
Yes, we have a system right now. We've had it out for about 2 years. It's called Pulse. And what it actually does is, with a smartphone, you're able to arm and disarm your system remotely from anywhere in the world. As long as you have a phone connection. You're able to view cameras live. You're able to record those 24/7. They can be inside, they can be outside. Then you get into some of the more you know, elaborate systems where you can even do thermostat control. You can do lighting control, which that can be set up on schedules. You know, it could be either random, or you can have, say you're gone for a week and you're concerned about someone coming in while you're gone at night. So what you do is you set it up on a schedule so that at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, the bedroom light turns on, the hallway light turns on, the bathroom light turns on. 2 minutes later, it goes in reverse order off. You can view live cameras. You can see when the kids or grandkids are coming home. You can monitor pool areas. There's really not much you can't do with it. We're in the process of working on a lock that you can remotely unlock. It's going to be quick set or schlag. That's the basic premise of it right there. What it does is the Pulse system allows you to control things when you're not there. You know, there was a lady in Florida that had one of our Pulse systems and actually was checking it at work. She had just gotten it about a week before, and she got an alert on her phone. Someone was trying to break into her home, and they came through the front door, which we find is probably 75% of what happens in Toledo on an average basis, is they try to kick in the front door. They come in, take what they need, and get out. With an alarm system, it allows them to not be there for 4 hours, you know, going through your underwear drawer or whatever the case may be, you know. You're gonna feel bad enough when you get home and see everything everywhere anyways. I'm sure someone in here has had a burglary at some point, or knows someone that has. But, you know, it allows basically to not only minimize the amount of time they're there, hopefully it's gonna avoid any sort of confrontation. I'm sure everyone has insurance, so if they take your TV, that can be replaced. However, you can't. So that's more what we're focused on, is not necessarily the burglar aspect, but the life safety, the fire and smoke detection, carbon monoxide, things like that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And we can also demonstrate the pulse for you on our iPads if you are interested in see what it actually does.
Anyone else got questions?
My insurance went down.
Any questions?
They commented when we were talking about coming in through the window, you said that's what you're here for. Can you?
Yes, I can elaborate on that. Typically what we do when we go into someone's home and meet with them is we sit down, we find out what your needs and concerns are. We do a quick walkthrough of the house with you, because obviously not everybody's house is built the same. So we want to actually take the time and go through to help to design a system that is going to work for you. So we'll go through, we'll walk around and say, you know, obviously we want to do all of the exterior doors coming into the house, but we also use motion detectors, or what we call an interior trap. Because even if they come through a window, when you're gone, those motion detectors could be on. Now, obviously they wouldn't be on when you're home. You have a couple of different methods of arming your system. Stay meaning you're staying at home. That would arm everything except the motion detector, so you can still move around throughout the house. When you're gone, you would arm it in away mode. That arms everything, including motion detectors, so that, you know, if someone does come in through a window, then obviously they're going to get picked up by that motion detector. We also have what are called glass break detectors. They will cover about a 25 square foot area, and what that does is actually senses the sound and vibration of breaking glass. The only downfall I've found with those is sometimes if you drop a glass on the kitchen floor and break it, it'll trip those. Of course, ADT is going to call you, and you can say, hey, I dropped, you know, give them your password. I dropped a glass in the kitchen. They're going to be like, okay, well, it won't be the first time we've heard that. So there's a lot of things that go into designing a security system. That's why we actually physically come to your home, meet with you. We're not high pressure. We're not interested, like I said, in just selling you something and walking away. We're located in Maumee, so you can come to the office if one of them is not doing their job. I give all of our customers who ask for it my personal cell phone. It's on my card. I wouldn't do that if I didn't have complete confidence in everyone here. So, but once again, to answer your question, motion detectors, glass break detectors, we have a few other different devices as well. Yes?
Do you have the motion detectors that can be, I guess you call it pet sensitive? Like
Yes.
I had one, I used to live in Lima, and we had one down there that it was set to where anything above, I think it was 60 pounds or whatever, would set it off.
Yeah.
So our dog was under that, and she was okay not to set it off.
Yeah, we have what are called pet friendly. We can also do what's called a pet alleyway, where we actually, and this is not normal practice, but for, you know, people who have large dogs that are maybe 100, 125 pounds, what we've done in the past is even taken, say you've got a hallway you want to cover because that may be a high traffic area. But we know that typically when someone breaks into the home, one of the first places they're going to go is the master bedroom, looking for cash and jewelry and things like that, and valuables. So that high traffic area hallway, we might even take that motion detector, flip it upside down. So instead of shooting out and down to cover all the way, it's going to shoot out and up. So you've got 4 foot off the ground for the dog to walk through, and then everything out and up. So I don't know of any like bands of midgets breaking into homes. So
all I have to do is turn mine around.
Good.
Little people.
That's true. It's not politically correct. But that's something you may want to have the installer or service technician come out and take care of for you. One of the biggest.
$25 having them come out to look at it.
We normally don't charge anything.
Really?
Yeah. On all of our systems, you probably went through one of our authorized
Yeah, the
dealers.
thing in the Valpak coupons.
Yeah, it's an
it was
authorized deal.
free and you sign up for 2 years. But I love it. You know, the battery's low and you get a phone call that your battery's low and they come out, but I have like a $25 charge, that's it.
Well, we even with our systems, we do maintenance on our systems. This is one of the big differences between us and our competitors here in town. It's no secret to everybody in the room that we're not the only game in town. We are the best. We're the number one security company in the world, period. We have over 6 million residential customers. Every state in the United States, so forth and so on. But with our systems that we sell from our corporate office, we do not charge to come out and do normal wear and tear maintenance for the life of the system. Not even the $25 trip charge.
Even if I bought it through that?
If you bought it through an authorized dealer, that's different. They have a different program because it's a separate company. We do still maintain their systems, but what I find a lot of times with our authorized dealers is that the equipment they're using, it's not the same equipment. It's just not, because they don't have to put in our equipment. We put in a much higher grade similar to McElhaney's right there. We're not like the big box stores that are gonna sell you the $15 deadbolt. Simple as that. And you know, they've done work for us as well on our commercial stuff. We use them, they're not the cheapest, but I think they're the best. That's why we use them. We're not always the cheapest, but we're the best value for the money, I think. Therefore, we've had customers that have had, you know, service calls and come to find out it was something they were doing. We don't charge them for that.
So when my contract's up, I could call you guys and
Renew it, yes.
renew it through you,
Yes.
and I don't have to purchase anything?
Nope.
I'll come out and look at your system. I live in your neighborhood. I live in this area, so
Awesome.
I'll give you my card.
Yeah, that's
We
great.
we do probably on an average of, I probably have to call 3 to 5 people a day on average that bought a system from an authorized dealer. Our authorized dealers are sometimes a little bit deceptive. I don't know, I'm not gonna say that they mean to be, because I don't like to think that's the case, but they don't come out to your house, they don't look at your house. Basically, you have a guy show up, well, I take that back, there's one up on Lexus Road there.
Well,
that's
before
an
they
authorized
install
dealer.
it, they look at every room.
Correct.
And-
What we do is we come out and actually give you a quote. We don't
Right.
install, that's what he's here for. We don't install anything ourselves, you know, we're strictly salespeople. We're looking at it from a design standpoint. And you know, give you all of the different options. Our authorized dealers can also not do our pulse as well. That's something we've restricted to the corporate because it can get involved.
That's why I can't get it.
That's right. So there's, you know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
My question is, the ADT salesmen that go door to door in the neighborhood, is that you guys?
No, ma'am.
We never go door to door.
Okay.
Not never, but probably 99.9%.
The other group that's, you're affiliated with, that's ADT, are they the ones doing it?
Yes, it's a company typically here in town. It's a company called Epic Security or ESSI. They're up on a Lexus Road. They're an ADT authorized dealer.
Okay.
They're authorized to put in their system and sell your monitoring contract to ADT under different terms and conditions.